Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Aiman from Team MeowMeowMeow, and today we are presenting the case for high fidelity mockup for the digital mental health literacy hub, or DMHLH. I would like to introduce our team MeowMeowMeow, our project manager Yap, system designers Austin, Nuri and Faiz, and I serve as the system analyst. So let me brief a little bit about the project. DMHLH is a cross-platform solution designed to improve students' mental health literacy and reduce stigma. It supports SDG 3 and SDG 4 by making mental health support more accessible, especially in higher education. Key features include secure logins, interactive learning modules, mood tracking, self-assessments, telecounseling booking, and AI mental health coach, and peer support forum. The system is inclusive, multilingual, mobile-friendly, and compliant with data protection laws like PDPA, GDPR, and HIPAA. Let's explore the mockup in detail.
Overall, our UI for the system. Okay, so first is use case 001 for login, 002 for literacy modules, 003 is for tracking learning progress and achievements, and then 004 here is for digital mental health self-assessment, and then 005 which is for log daily moods and view mood trends, and then 006 chat with AI mental health coach, 007 book telecounseling session, 008 participate in anonymous peer support forum, faculty member, 008 for forum for faculty member, and then 009 for the mental health literacy training for the faculty member, and this is the faculty member dashboard. Oh yeah, another one is this is for the coach dashboard. The last one is our system admin user management. This is the UI. And then this is the last use case, which is use case 010 in submit at risk student referral.
This use case diagram shows how our DMHLH system connects students, faculty, professionals, and admins to key mental health services. Each subsystem supports a different area, like secure login, learning module, self-assessment, AI chat, and peer or faculty engagement, all working together to improve mental health awareness and support in higher education. There are total 10 use cases for our project. Our High 5 prototype fully aligns with our use case realizations. Every sprint and flow is traceable to the UC specifications and Phase 3 SRS. For example, use case 1, login using single sign-on. This is the use case specification for use case 1. And this is the activity diagram for use case 1. Similarly, use case 2, assess mental health modules, is clearly linked to its use case specification and activity diagram, showing how users search, view content, and system handle errors. This is the use case specification for use case 2. And this is its activity diagram.
Okay, hi everyone. So I will present to you use case 3, which is learning track learning progress. And so this is the use case diagram and the activity diagram. So for the next use case is use case 004, which is use case complete digital mental health self-assessment. So this is the use case diagram and the activity diagram. Okay, so diagram and the diagram. Okay, so
this is use case 5, use case log daily mood and view mood trends. This use case used by the student to log their daily mood and get visual feedback from the system. So these are the use case specification of the use case 5. There are normal flow, precondition, actors, and so on. Then the second page of use case specification of use case 5, which include alternative flow, exception, post condition, and also related requirement. These are the activity diagram for use case 5. The next use case 6, chat with AI mental health coach. This use case allows the student to chat with AI power chatbot to receive emotional support. So this is the first page of use case 6 specifications. And then the second page of use case 6 specifications. Finally, the activity diagram of use case 6.
And next is use case 007, use case book telecounseling session. This use case enables student to book a telecounseling session with a certified counselor via the DHML platform by selecting an available date, time, and counselor. Both parties are notified and the session is added to the student's calendar. And here's the use case specification for use case 007. And here's the activity diagram for use case 007. And next is use case 008, use case participate in anonymous peer support forum. This use case allows students to join an anonymous peer support forum using system-generated fake name, AA moderates content, flagging harmful posts for review by faculty, and escalated to mental health professional if necessary. And here's the use case specification for use case 008. And here is the activity diagram.
Now I'm going to demonstrate you the UC009, complete mental health literacy training. So here is the use case description. I have 3 alternative flow, incomplete quiz, quiz not pass, and video material, and 2 examination flow, training module not loading, and quiz submission timeout. So here's the activity diagram, and let me explain the further in the demo. Okay, before that, let me explain the use case specification. Here I got 1 alternative flow, cancel submission, and 2 examination flow, form not loaded, and missing environment fonts, which I will show later.
Now, we are excited to present our high-fidelity mockup prototype for the DMHLH system. Our team developed it in Figma, focusing on a mobile-first design approach. The final product is intended to work smoothly across web and app. Now, we will demo our DMHLH login flow. First, the user opens the app landing page and can view the privacy policy for transparency. Next, they tap Login with University ID to start secure SSO process. On the login page, they can choose Forget Your Password, see the guidance to reset it through the university portal, and a warning message about being redirected. Here we will go back to the login. Next, We show how the system handles errors. We try login while the SSO server is unavailable. The system shows a clear service unavailable message and let the user go back. Then we enter the invalid password. It will display invalid login. Please try again. So now finally we enter the correct credentials. The system authenticates through SSO, creates a secure session, and the user lands on the student dashboard. Next, I will demonstrate how a student can access and interact with our mental health literacy modules. First, we start on the student dashboard. From here, the student taps the quick button to open the mental health literacy modules page. The system displays a list of available modules. I choose the copy with stress and click Start Module. But this time, there's an error. The system shows no available content at the moment. Please try again. I click Retry, and the module loads successfully. Inside the module, the student can watch videos, view infographics, answer questions, and even write a personal reflection note for self-paced learning. After that, I return to the dashboard. Now I will choose to resume learning on my last activity, Understanding Stress. I select the Asset module to show our alternative flow. The system saves my progress and show your progress is saved automatically for 3 seconds before returning me to the module list. I select the same module again and resume where I left off. Now at 3 out of 6 sections completed. This time I choose the next section. But the content fails to load, so the system displays unavailable to load content. Please try it again later. I click Retry, and it successfully loads the next part, updating my progress to 4 out of 6 sections. Finally, I return to the student dashboard. This flow shows how students can manage their learning, handle errors smoothly, and keep track of their progress, fully aligned with our UC002 use case and Phase 3 SRS.
And it will scroll to, I'm sorry, okay, so we go to the scroll over and the recent access, understanding stress, and the upcoming module that user can suggested to the user. Okay, so the batch, if you see, the batch is for the user who have completed 3 out of 6 modules, and there are others batch in here also. Okay, so we go back to the page, okay, which is in the use case that present. Okay, other than that, after they have completed, it will update as complete, and the upcoming module, they can take the upcoming module for the next steps. And also there are download progress summary for them to see how their mental health state is, okay, how good or how bad. And for this user, it shows that she is happy and got progress, which is already completed, and coping with stress also completed, and some of the achievements. Okay, so next, this is when the exception flow happens. So this is like the corruption of the data, and it will prompt to you data corruption. Okay, so this is some of the exception flow that will happen, and it will prompt to you the message. Okay, and we go back to the learning progress. Okay, and next, another exception flow that I suggest is when we actually try to download progress summary, and suddenly the progress is not saved due to some network issues. So it will prompt the user, it will notify the user like this message, and it will ask the user to refresh it back, and yeah, they will go back to the learning progress dashboard. So we go first, we go to the student dashboard, and then we take the retake assessment. Okay, and it will lead to you to the self-assessment dashboard. Okay, there will be a list of assessment that related to depression, anxiety, and stress. Okay, so we first choose the like the depression module. Okay, we should start, and then it will appear the first question. Okay, so let's say little interest or pleasure in doing things. So let's say I want to score it rarely, and then we continue. And feeling down, depressed, or hopeless, maybe. Okay, so I choose rarely, and then continue. And then feeling tired or having little energy, maybe yes also. Okay, and then we submit. We finally submit, and then this is the result, which is 2 to 3, which the score is 2 to 3, and it says that my mental health state or my depression is mild, and it suggests to me that I need to do some emotional self-check thoroughly. Okay, so finish. Okay, if I want to retake this module, also can. Okay, this is where the alternative flow happens, which is want to retake the assessment. So let's say if I retake this question and then I answer it with never, maybe never, and then the second one is maybe always. Okay, and then suddenly there are exception flow, which is error due to network issues. So it will prompt to you, it will notify user with this, and then ask them to retry, and we can continue, and after that we can answer it like always and finish. Okay, so this is the result, which is I am stable, I'm not depressed, and I'm good to go. Okay, so this finish.
Right now, I'm going to show the demo of use case 5, which is log daily modes and view mood trends. Firstly, you can see the emoji right here, which are neutral or nothing. So we can log the today's mood by clicking this. Next, the user will bring to the log daily mode interface. You can see there are 5 emoji right here, or 5 modes, which are angry, sad, neutral, happy, and also anxious. Let's say today the user feels anxious, so we select the anxious emoji and click set. So there are an alternative flow where the user can choose to add not or leave it blank. So we choose to leave the not blank first and click set. Now we can see the user feeling anxious today, and without not adding. Now we're going to add some not, so we click the edit and add some not here. Finally, we click set to set the not. So we can see the user are feeling anxious with not here, and the system will give a visual feedback for the user based on the not and the feeling today. So now we are going to test the exception flow. So first we're going to click the view inside first. If there is internet connection problems, the system will prompt the user with the not. Please check your internet connection and try again. So let's say the Wi-Fi or the internet connection is okay right now, so we click the try again button and proceed to the view inside page. Here we can see the longest thread, current thread, and lifetime days of the user using the system. And also we can view the mood chart monthly and also the mood count by year. Let's continue to the next demo of use case, which is chat with AI mental health coach. The use case 6. So we click the chatbot here. So these are the user interface of chatbot. There are frequent asked questions right here. So the user can first choose any of the questions. For example, ways to overcome insomnia. So the chatbot will give answer based on the questions. So next we are going to test the first exception flow. So for example, when the user click the chatbot functions, but the chatbot is currently offline. So prompt will be shown like AI mental health coach is currently unavailable. Please try again later. So the user need to go back to the main page. So next we are going to test with the second exception flow, which is the user key in the sentence that cannot be recognized by the chatbot. So the chatbot will say it did not understand the sentence sent by the user. Could the user rephrase it? So next we are going to test if the user is going to ask something that he wants to know from the chatbot. So the user can type the message here and click send. So for example, can the chatbot tell something to the user? So the chatbot say of course and answer. So finally the last test is about the escalation detector test. So if the user tags something might trigger the escalations, and click send. So escalation will be detected and the chatbot will prompt the user to book a counseling session. So the user can click the book a counseling session and move to the book counselor interface.
Next is the peer support forum. Use case 008. Participate in anonymous peer support forum in the student role. They can back to dashboard and click links. They can select peer forum. They will navigate to the forum page, and the user greeted with model to show the community guidelines, and they press continue, and it will show like this. If the user want to view details of the post, they can click and they can reply. And if the user want to create a new post, they can select this button. It will open a model for the user to input what they want to post. And the topic algorithm will be same like IG story. When you want to make an IG story with hashtag, the hashtag will search all the hashtag available. It will be the topics of the post. They can have multiple topics. And the title, they can share what would you like to share. The content, share your thought, experience, or questions. And for the anonymous identity, they can click change to change their identity, and the system will auto-generate a picture profile and a random name. For example, small cat and an anxious cat, study bear, smart guy, and quiet penguin. They can click this button to change their name they want to post. Then they can post to the community, and the alternative flow or exceptional flow will be when the post is failed, maybe like internet issue or server issue, and they can try again and post to the community when the connection are good. That's all for the use case 008. And next is the forum moderation, the faculty member role view. It's still in use case 008. First, of course, they need to be logged in as the faculty member. They will be greeted by a dashboard. They can click forum moderation to enter the forum moderate page. Here, and this forum moderate page, it will give a hero card greeting for the user of what this page is. It will be summary card of flagged user, approved today, and active members. They can filter the post using this filter all post. They can filter by category and filter by time. For example, crisis, flag, spam, etc. It's all by AI, and the faculty member just double check. Is this post need to be in crisis? They can go to the counselor to inform the counselor that this student is in danger at the press. They can also ban user. They can remove the post. They can hide it and approve plus warn maybe. That's all for the forum moderation view and the faculty member. Next is the admin role. First, the precondition, of course, the user need to enter the admin credential, and they will be redirected to the admin dashboard. In the admin dashboard, they can view a very summary card: the total users in the system in the platform, the uptime of the system, the storage that they use in the system, or the security events. They can also go to the user management page. It will show how many students, how many faculty, how many counselor, and how many admin. They can add new user, the user full name and email, and ID is auto-generated by the system. They can select the role. For example, for the role, there is student, there is faculty, and there is counselor, and there is admin. Next, they can go to the settings. In the settings, we have 4 quick links for clear cache, backup now, optimize DB, and maintenance mode. Under general settings, they can change the system name, the admin email, the session timeout, and the default language. Security settings, they can enable 2-factor authentication. The password requirements, check if the password is good. Login monitoring, they can toggle this to active or not active, inactive, sorry. And the session security, automatic logout, active. And next is the backup configuration. The backup frequency may be like daily, weekly, or monthly. The backup time, and the retention period. It will show the recent activity of the last backup date and the last file backup. And they can it's also showing the system monitoring, the CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, and network usage. Next is the application configuration. They can enable user registration or not, public forum, and AI chatbot, email notification, and limit the file upload, the session duration. Maybe like in 24 hours, all the users will be logged out, automatically logged in again, and the max logged in attempt 5, and the maintenance. They can clear logs, preset statistic, and update the system in save settings. That's all for the admin role page. Thank you. And next is the forum moderation, the faculty member role view. It's still in use case 008. First, of course, they need to be logged in as the faculty member. They will be greeted by a dashboard. They can click forum moderation to enter the forum moderate page. Here, in this forum moderate page, it will give a hero card greeting for the user of what this page is. It will be summary card of flagged user, approved today, and active members. They can filter the post using this filter all post. They can filter by category and filter by time. For example, crisis, flag, spam, etc. It's all by AI, and the faculty member just double check. Is this post need to be in crisis? They can go to the counselor to inform the counselor that this student is in danger at the press. They can also ban user. They can remove the post. They can hide it and approve plus warn maybe. That's all for the forum moderation view and the faculty member.
The dashboard. So if you click profile, the current score is 1000 points. So if you click continue, okay, here's the flow. Module content to look and try. So here's the module, select the module here, and here's the module content. So you can select either video or quiz. So if you select video, we will show the video, and after we watch the video, it will update the progress to 100%. So now let's answer the quiz. So if you answer it correctly, we turn to green, and if you answer it wrongly, we turn to yellow. So if you answer it false, okay, true. So it will count the number of true or false depending on the number of questions. So say now I got 2 out of 3, and I can review the training module or try again. So if I review the training module, the quiz time will be updated to 2 out of 3. Okay. So let me attempt again, but this time let's answer it wrongly. We turn to red, wrongly again, turn to red, and wrongly again, turn to red. So now the quiz will be updated to 0. So it always right. So this time I will answer it all correctly. So if you answer it all correctly, you will turn, okay, this time it is an adjustment flow where the quiz will be, so if we try, we can already set it now. So 3 of 3, and it will set to the device. Okay, now the score will be updated to 1100. So additional 100 points from 1004. So I'll complete the use case 009. Let's move on to the use case 010. Use case 010 is the submit at this student referral. So if you click home here, and then we submit this referral, this section flow, okay, the module content field to load. Let me try to cancel first. So all will be clear. If you click IPS, go back to the home page. So okay, let's begin. Let's say I select the name, okay, section name, and then I click submit. So it can't because I need to complete all the 5 fields. So now I need to complete all the 5 fields. Let's say maybe observe, because of the table. Then I can select level 1, level 3. Then I click submit. Now the referral is submitted successfully and the notification is sent to the mental health professionals and admins later. So last but not least, after member has submitted the referral form, it will notify the mental health professionals. So here's the mental health professional dashboard. So you can view the total kilometer, average for the commission. And now let's go to the message. So in the message we have the message available. So here we can see the request. So the account member, which is not the request for referral, knowing the housing payment and the contact level 3 and the health professionals can either accept or reject it. So you can go back to home. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
So we are getting close to the end of the presentation of our project. Let us end the presentation with an overall reflections and conclusions. Also, the self-reflections of each members in our group throughout the semester. So throughout the requirement engineering and software modeling course, our team gained valuable experience in applying the full spectrum of requirements engineering principle to a real-world problem. In our case, improving mental health support for students through the digital mental health literacy hub, the DMHLH. So from phase 1 to phase 4, our team learned how to plan, analyze, and design a system step by step. In phase 1, we understood what users need, identify problems, and define the system goals. In phase 2, we turned those goals into models like use case diagrams, activity diagrams, and class diagrams to describe the system behavior. In phase 3, we wrote detailed requirements so developers can build the system correctly. And finally, in phase 4, we create a high-fidelity prototype in Figma to show how the real system will look and work. This whole journey taught us how to apply requirements engineering in a real project. Every phase built on the last one, and our prototype was based directly on the requirements and diagrams we developed earlier. It helped us improve our problem-solving, teamwork, and design skill while working on something meaningful, which is supporting students' mental health. So for my self-reflection throughout the project, I learned how to turn users' need into real system features. I was in charge of the mode log and chatbot screen, so I got to apply what we learned in class to design interfaces that are useful, clear, and user-friendly. I also better understand how use case flow connect to user interface, especially in showing word patterns or handling chatbot escalation. So from phase 1 to phase 4, I get hands-on experience in linking requirements to design, and it made me more confident in both planning and building systems.
I'm Rizati, and this is my reflection of this course, which is RESM. And throughout this project, in doing the system of digital mental health literacy hub, I think that this is I have learned how important the mental health literacy is, as it is engaging us to the world that we actually don't have. We don't think that it is crucial. Okay, and through this system, I've been practical knowledge about identifying symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression, and as well as strategy for self-care and emotional regulations. What stood out to me the most was the integration of interactive digital modules, because I think it is the best practice for the user to do self-assessment tools and mood tracking and daily exercise without going to the specific place and doing some something that is not in their daily schedule. Okay, so I think this project already gives me a lot in documentation and citation, and also how to validate my use case and maybe the requirements that we already suggested in the document. And I think throughout the self-validation, we can know very well what the stakeholder wants, and I think this course already gave me the best guided by Dr. Nalini, and I hope that I can score well in this course as we reach this phase 4 of the SRS documentation. That's all.
And final, for the reflection and conclusion, from this project, I've learned how crucial it is to gather clear system requirements, especially for a big platform. I've experienced this firsthand as a solo developer for the Mandela International website, where I relied only on my personal notes, experience, and observation, without any proper requirements documentation. This project also showed me how important use case specification are, and the value of organizing features into clear, model-based structures. And lastly, working as a team definitely speed things up, but I believe we could be even more efficient if we started with a shared skeleton like an offware, header, footer, and a library of reusable components. For the conclusion, this project helped us understand how software can address sensitive issues like mental health in a structured, user-centric, and safe way. It also gave us a handful hands-on experience in building something meaningful as a development team, dividing tasks, learning from each other, and turning requirements into a working solution. That's all. Thank you for watching.
Throughout this project, I've gained valuable experience working as a team to design a meaningful and user-centered system, from understanding real mental health challenges to turning those needs into technical features. The process has strengthened both my software modeling skills and my empathy for users. I managed to apply functional and non-functional requirements effectively, followed the software engineering standards, and with a high-fidelity prototype that reflects real student needs. I'll be honest, working on the high-fidelity stage was a bit challenging. I had to create more interfaces, define the faculty dashboard, and adjust the use case to match the mockup. But with teamwork and support from my group, I managed to get through it smoothly. In conclusion, the Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub isn't just a system. It's a step forward in supporting student well-being, and I'm proud of our account and believe DMHLH has a real potential to create positive change in our education. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Throughout the RESM course, our team has gained valuable hands-on experience applying industry standard requirements engineering practices. In phase 1, we focus on identifying the real mental health challenges faced by students and analyzing stakeholders, aligning with best practices for clear problem definition. In phase 2, we learn to model user needs through detailed use cases and diagrams, helping us visualize how the DMHLH system should work in real scenarios. Phase 3 strengthened our skills in producing a clear, complete software requirements specification that meets IEEE standards for traceability and quality. As the team leader, I have learned the importance of teamwork, clear communication, and problem solving, which help us complete our work on time. Our high-fidelity prototype directly reflects this strong foundation. Every screen flow and interaction is traceable back to our validated requirements. Overall, we are proud that our DMHLH system shows how good requirements engineering supports an interactive, user-friendly mental health platform that can truly help students improve their well-being. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.